Well, the song Happy Life has impacted hard in its first week. And the early reports that I'm getting right now are telling me that it's going to be in the bubble zone for you guys to push into the top 20 really soon. I want to welcome the band Falset, the Real Rock Nights. Guys, so great to have you here. How are you?
We're good, man. How are you doing? Thanks for having us on.
Oh, thanks for being here. Appreciate it so much, man. You guys are out of Ontario, correct?
2 hours north of Toronto in a little town called Midland. We just tell everyone Toronto because when you're talking to anyone internationally, Toronto, everyone knows where Toronto is.
Like, we're from Midland. It's like, okay.
Where is that?
Exactly. I want to get a little history on the band right now. Let's give people your origin story, so to speak. As how did you guys come together, or don't just say because of music? What brought all of you guys together?
Well, we first met in elementary school, and then it
Okay.
wasn't until high school we started jamming together. But basically, right when we started jamming, we were like, let's do this falset thing. So it was falset from the start, and that was like just over 10 years ago now. Like it was 2014, 2015 that it started. We go off 2018 as our official starting point because that's when we first actually released music as a band. But
Okay.
we've been doing it since high school, and at the time we had our buddies in the band that we went to high school with. Since then, we've gone through other players with us, but it's been Zach and I from the start, and right off the bat, we were writing original music together, and we were never like I know a lot of bands start off as like cover bands in high school and they just like cover other songs, but right off the hop, we were writing originals and recording them and learning all that. And here we are over 10 years later, still doing it, still loving it, and getting better and better every year.
So, to the people that think that you're like a flash in the pan just came out and you've been grinding for years, man. What is it? Okay, I know you guys like do road stuff constantly. And what is that like to be out on the road all the time? And does that make you think, well, maybe like this is too much work, maybe this is too hard? Because I want people to understand that this is a job. You guys do go to work, you just have a really cool job. What is it like for you?
Well, I think especially at this level, it is a job, right? Like once you get to the very top of the industry and you're being flown around in private jets and you're getting five-star hotels every night and you get everything you want and it's a very comfortable lifestyle, even at that point, it's still work to get up on stage every night and try to be perfect. But when you're talking about a smaller band like us, like we're doing everything from packing the bus to driving to each city to loading in the gear to setting up the stage to pumping the gas tank after the show and getting food orders in and like it's a lot of work, and that's just on tour, all the prep before tour and even after tour. It's a lot of work, but I'm not saying like we don't love it. We love what we do out there. We have a blast. Obviously, there's moments where we're like, screw this right now. But overall, we look back on all of our shows and all of our tours like really fondly. And it's what we grew up wanting to do. So to be able to do it is awesome.
It's one of those things too where you have to have a plan, and you guys really seem like you have a plan in place. What does your plan consist of? Is it something like write, record, tour, or is it something a little bit different than that?
I feel like once we are at a bigger level, we'll have a more concrete plan in place where it is like, okay, drop a new album and then tour for a year or two and then get back in the studio, drop an album. But it's a lot more scattered at this level. And I feel like a lot of smaller bands can relate to us there, where it's like we're working in the studio for a day here and there, and then we're playing a show, and then we're working on this video we're doing, and then we're working on this random tech task, and then we're back in the studio, and then we have a 2 weekend run, and it's a lot more scattered. But when it comes to the music side of things, we really like to have everything in place, everything prepared. We're not one of those bands that are just like, okay, a song's done, release it in a month. We haven't released anything since 2023, and that's because we've been working on this album, and it's definitely our best work to date. It comes out January 15th. It's called Day In, Day Out. And we've had this album done since February of 2025. And the only reason that you're starting to get singles of it now is because we pitched to labels. We wanted to make sure the release schedule was all in order. We wanted to make sure
Okay.
all the promo assets were ready to go. We wanted everything to be ready so that Now this year, we can sit back, start working on other things like tours and shows and new music, while all of this just seamlessly rolls out and it's all ready to go.
So then you guys really want to have everything in place before you release anything, don't you? Want to
Yeah,
have everything in line.
for sure.
And Zach, you're sitting back there yawning. It's
My
like,
bad, man. My bad.
am I boring you? I'm
Not boring.
sorry.
It's been like 3 hours since I had a Red Bull, so crashing a little bit.
I'm
About
giving I'm
six,
giving you
six to
crap,
eight Red
man.
Bulls per day.
6 to 8.
6 to 8 Red Bull.
I honestly have like maybe 3 or 4 a week, which is still not great, but it's been
Oh,
4 hours. I'm crashing off my first one today.
oh, okay. So it's not 6 to 8 a day. I was like,
No, hell
dude,
no, hell no.
can I join that 27 club?
It's funny. I just want 27.
Oh,
Yeah, you gotta
really?
be really careful this year,
I
man.
know. He just
Now I feel like crap for saying that.
I just turned 28, and all throughout my 27th year, I was being extra careful. That's a club you don't want to join.
being extra careful. No, you weren't.
No, I was.
No, you weren't. Oh, funny.
Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. You gave each other a look. What? Who? What? Are you like a big partier or something? Or what?
Well, we've both taken our fair share in partying, but I've been sober for like almost a year now, and we've chilled out a lot on that. But we had a lot of fun throughout our 20s. And it's not like we're 30 yet, but approaching there, and we've chilled out a lot. And like I said, I did a whole year of sobriety back in 2024, and
Oh,
then
wow.
I loved it so much. I started to drink again last year, at the start of last year, and I was just like, "Why, this isn't for me anymore." I loved being sober so much, so I'm sober again for almost a year. But he's looking at me like that because for a bit of last year, there I was partying again, having fun, having a little bit too much fun some nights.
Living the rock star life. Love it, man. Let's talk about what part of the music business brought what each of you into it. What was it that drew you to it?
What part of the music business? The music itself for me. Just always loving and listening to music and started playing guitar when I was super young. So when I found the chance to be a part of a group and I was meeting some other musicians when I was younger, that's really what got me into it right there.
What about you, Chance?
Well, I can't even remember a time as a kid not wanting to be a rock star when I was older. Growing up on the road with my dad, seeing him do it, I was like, this is the coolest job in the world. Like, I want to do this. So, as soon as I could, I started learning guitar, and then I started learning drums. And then, as soon as I hit high school and started meeting other like minded musicians, I was like, okay, it's time to play in some bands, start some bands, and do this. And here we are again, like, 10 years, over 10 years later, and we're still chasing that dream.
And seeing some success. That's the big thing. It's like I see so many bands that grind for years and years and then just give up. You guys are sticking with it.
We got a couple more weeks before we throw the towel in, too.
Couple more weeks.
I'm just kidding.
Well, no, it's when you don't stick with it that things like begin to fall apart, or when you start to question, like, why am I even doing this?
You hear a lot of people too, they say like right when I was about to give up, that's when it all worked out for me, and that's when
Oh,
everything blew up. And that's what's
dude,
been keeping us going.
got a story for you, man. I was interviewing a dude about 2 years ago, and he's in the middle of reading his emails, like right before we're getting ready to do the interview. And he got he was like 2 days away from quitting. And he's like, I think I'm just going to go downstairs and tell my guitar player who's tracking downstairs that I think I'm done. And the band was still going to go on. But anyway, they got a record deal. He
That's
opened up
crazy.
an email and there was a record deal right there. He was like 2 days away from quitting.
That relit the fire for sure.
It's like I've never experienced anything like that. There was like chills in the back of my neck. I was like,
Yeah.
holy cow.
No, that's crazy.
So how do you guys approach songwriting? Because this song Happy Life is freaking awesome, man.
Thanks, man. Sometimes it'll start with a simple idea like a guitar riff and then just build off that. And then we work on it together until it is more polished off and we're both happy with it. And then as a band agree on it, and then we'll get it ready for a mix engineer to take it over and then add it to the track list.
Is it a thing where you do everything in studio, or are you doing stuff all over the place? You're talking in there about like reading your lyrics into a phone and stuff.
Yeah,
Is that you?
Oh,
Do that?
for sure, man. Shower for sure. I come up with a lot of ideas in there. Driving down the street, right, and pull out the phone, driving. You got some ideas you got to get out. Once I hit the studio and I gather all my ideas, then it's like, okay, let's lay down some shit now, right? And then it really starts to come together.
Okay, so are all you guys in the studio together? Is it like an old school setup, or is one person track and then another person go in and track theirs? And how does that work?
We doing it the more modern way where we're all in our own spaces, at our own studios, in our own
Okay.
homes. And then we'll come together once we're at the 90% finish mark and do the final touches together. We found a way that works for us. It's efficient, and we just don't want to fix what's not broken. We don't want to switch it up and be like,
That
"Okay, let's change it up and get some studio time in a nice big classic studio down in Toronto and all go in there and do it this way and right on the spot." Like, we have our way and we're proud of the end result. So why switch it up now? It's working really well.
And something that we've been doing with the later few albums we have here is once we have all of our songs put together, even just rough, we'll gather a bunch of singers, females and male vocalists that are good, like 20 to 25 people. We'll get them all in a big space and we'll mic the room, and we do a lot of like group vocals so that we can emphasize certain lines from certain songs on the album. So that's just been a staple that we've done for the last two albums now, which I think we're planning on continuing to do that as we go on, because it's just so cool to add that aspect and that sound to some of the tracks.
that is a cool idea, man. And where
Yeah.
do you get these singers? Where do you just find people that
Some
can sing?
people we've known from since high school, and we're like, oh, come if you're available. And then some people are new to the circle, or some people will put the feelers out. Hey, if anyone knows of any great vocalists, and we'll bring in as many people as we can, really.
A few Facebook posts here and there to see who's wanting to come out and sing too, and we'll make sure they're good before they're in the room. We wouldn't want someone terrible in the middle of a choir, and then we're like, "You just don't sing for the next take, please." We make sure they're all good.
Luckily,
When you
luckily
said
that hasn't happened.
Facebook post, I was like, oh. That's funny, man. It's just like, because I know some of the. No, I'm not gonna go there.
Okay, play it safe.
What's that?
Play it safe. Don't anger anyone.
I don't want to. I don't want to end up being what somebody's being like. Man, that guy's an ass. It's like, let's look at the song "Happy Life." I guess, the first thing I want to know is, where did this come from? What message are you trying to get across with this?
That's a deep fucking pit there.
Are we allowed to swear on here? We can swear.
Yes,
Sorry.
I can
Okay,
edit. That's fine.
Put a bleep over that. Honestly, man, it's a message about trying to have a happy life, right? No matter what's pulling you down, no matter what is dragging you behind where you're thinking you should be, you should continue to aim to have that happy life. And that's really as simple as I can be with it.
Okay, and that there was no other thought that came in your mind about that, or you're just like, I want to write a song about being happy.
I find a lot of people are struggling to enjoy life, the little things that we should be enjoying more. I've found myself thinking about that a lot and wrote the message out in the song there.
Okay, all right, you bring up, because I know what I think. What do you guys think? Why do you think that people are having such a hard time right now? Like, in that, when what you're talking about, being happy, actually, like finding the positives in their lives.
You want to answer that?
I think the whole world is in a really weird state and a weird transition. Like, technology, it's just like social media. It's just completely changed the whole world. It's really scary too for the younger generations right now, with where is the world going? Is AI gonna take half the jobs? People can't buy homes anymore. Like, there's a lot of things that are just like very big issues that we're all just going along every day, punching into work, clocking out, going to the bar, drinking it all away, and just pretending like everything's normal and everything's fine. And I don't want to sound like, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Like, I'm pretty optimistic about the future, but at the same time, I can relate and I can see why, like, the world right now is a little bit of a scary place, and no one's sure of what to make of the next 10, 20 years.
It's a little bit of the theme of this album, right? If you look at the last two singles that we've dropped off the album, we got Happy Life, The Place I Live just came out. The album name is Day In, Day Out. so you can see the theme that we're talking about here, right? And there's some cool stuff we're really excited for people to hear when this album comes out.
So were you trying to go for a concept album or did it just
Well,
happen?
it's not a concept album, but there are some reoccurring themes throughout the album, and it's a bit conceptual. But it's not like a full-fledged concept album where every track is leading
Okay, carries
into
into
each
the
other
next.
and the whole story is one story. It's not like that, but it's conceptual in a way, which I love. I've always wanted to do an album like that, and we're finally doing it. I can't wait for people to get the whole album released and then hear it from start to finish because it's really cool to listen that way.
Okay. Did we, you said you were really excited to like do something like that. Could we possibly see a rock opera from Falset in the future?
Well, it's funny you say that. We're actually working on one right now.
Oh, you're not serious,
No,
man.
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Like as soon as you just said that, now we are officially because you just said that.
We got it now.
We have to. No.
Well,
Okay, all
that'd be
right.
cool though. That would be cool.
Can I get a residual?
Of course. Of
Okay.
course.
All right. Awesome. Man, we're there. I'll send you my deets.
Perfect.
Guys, let's talk about tours and live shows because we're playing the hell out of this song. And so you have so much more in the pipeline that I know we're going to be playing here in the near future. And people are going to want to get out and see you and find out where you're going to be and when you're going to be near them. What are we looking at for tours and live shows?
Well, for the rest of the year, we only have 3 more shows lined up, but they're a bit bigger shows. They're not just like a little date on a list of shows here and there. It's like bigger
Okay.
shows for us, which is cool. So just 3 more to finish the year off. I'm sure if one other one comes our way, we'll probably do that as well. But we're really waiting until next year, and we think we're going to get back down to the States for a longer run down there, do a bit more of Ontario and Quebec in Canada, maybe something out west in Canada too. But that is the game plan right now. We're just waiting for next year after the album comes out and seeing where that puts us.
Okay, awesome. And we will keep people up to date on where you're going to be and
Thank you.
how they can follow you. Now, you're all over the socials. I saw that. So they can do that, but want to let your link tree. I'm going to put that up on the website. It's like I'll be redoing the website for upcoming weekend today. So I'll put you on the website and I'll put that link tree link like along with your feature artist,
Thank you so
like
much.
picture. I just want people to be able to keep up with you and keep up with the band Falset because Falset is going to be a force to be reckoned with pretty soon.
I
I
appreciate
feel it,
that.
man. And one of the guys that does the Chartbound segment here on the show, he actually pulled your song out, I think it was 3 weeks ago. And he's like, okay, he said, this is a banger. I have my first song for this week already. And I asked him what it was, and he told me, and I was like, oh, I think Eric Baker just put that up on his site. And the Andy, my Chartbound guy, he's like, okay, he said, then that tracks. This song is going top 20.
That's wicked, man.
So I was like, and Andy's like batting average is freaking crazy.
Really?
So he beats me so many times. It's like I gave up. I don't even try to fight the guy anymore. Doesn't work. It has been so freaking awesome to talk to you guys. And will you come back?
Of course we will.
You come
Yeah.
back on the show? Okay,
Yeah.
awesome.
Anytime you let us know.
Awesome. I will be wanting to you like do it next year
Perfect.
before you like kick off your tour and we can talk about the new music you have out, the new music you have coming, all that. This though, my friends, I'm finally going to shut up and play it for you. This is the band Falset and their tune Happy Life. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Thank you.
It's right here, right now on Real Rock Nights.